few days ago, I sent a message to some of the people on my contacts, reaching out to them. I have a lot of contacts, so I was just reaching out to people, just saying hi, how are you doing? It's been a long time, just checking up on you and the rest of them. Then there was somebody that replied to me, and the person was like, "Oh, long time. Wow, it's nice hearing from you." A lot of people replied like that, but this particular person, I saw the name and I was suspecting the person. Then the person now, after catching up with me, the person now said, "Are you aware that my pastor passed away?" I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know." Say, "Yes, so that he passed away." I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "I'm so sorry about that." Then a few minutes later, the person now sent me the flyer for the to the burial of the man of God and asked me if I'll be chance to come. So I said, "Oh, the person is not aware that I'm not in Lagos as at the time of talking with me." So, and I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not in Lagos. I will not be able to attend." So the person now said, "Okay, no problem." Then why I'm doing this video is that the person said something. Now, so the person said something that got to me, and what the person said was, "Do you know that my pastor told me," she's the one talking, "that my pastor told me that he didn't want to let you go. He said, but people pressured him." So let me tell you the story. I'll say it again, then I'll tell you the story. She said that her pastor told her that he didn't want to let me go, but it was the pressure from people. That's why he allowed me to go. Why am I sharing this story? I'm sharing this story because immediately I saw that, it didn't bother me. But what came to my mind is that, "Oh, more, you don't try for this life. Oh, you have sown a lot of seed. Oh. No wonder you are blessed. No wonder you are growing." So I flashed back to some of the things that I have done in my life. Now, as you can see, this I'm recording here. So this is for the paid class. So I want the paid class people. Actually this video is for the paid class people. So I'm not really concerned about this video I'm recording here, this live streaming. These are extras. This one on this phone now is the main one because the people here, they've paid me money. All right, so they are the ones I'm teaching with my life. I teach with my life all the time. So the people in the paid class are the ones I'm actually concerned about. They're the ones I'm actually talking to. So if you are listening to this, it doesn't matter the year you are listening to it, whether you are live on the live streaming, whether you saw the video later. My target, as at the time of doing this recording, it's for those in the paid class who have paid me money to learn. Okay, so let's go on. The year was 2015/2016. So one of those. I'm not sure, but it was one of those. And as at that time, I used to run a musical band. I had a musical band called VOK. We used to be called Voice of Korah. Then we found out that the meaning of Korah was not good, so we changed to Voice of Charis. Excuse me. Voice of Charis means grace, voice of grace. So that's how we started our music business. It was a long one. And one day, something happened in church, which I will not go into the details. And my pastor suspended me on a Sunday service. So I was just in church, and my pastor stood on the altar. Oh, God. I still have that video somewhere because I recorded that service. So my pastor started by praising me. Praised me. So me, I already knew in my heart something was wrong, but I cannot pinpoint it. It's just the way they say, I know something is wrong, I just cannot prove it. So like, why my pastor praising me like this? But I knew I had the negative feelings because I know how my pastor talk. When you're working with somebody, you know him. I know how my pastor talk. I saw his countenance. I could tell that something is wrong. Then he said, "But from today, he's no longer going to be the head of the technical unit." The church went, "Oh, wow," like you could hear it. My pastor was shocked. My pastor suspended me, and it was my assistant that set me up, and he took over. I didn't care, but when I come to church to work, he was always so rigid. He didn't want me to work. He was calling the shots, conditioning me. And I was not ready for the work of God to suffer, so I just gave him space to do whatever I want to do. So at that time, I now focused on my music, like my music band, my music business, to be putting a lot of effort to do my music business. So while I was doing that, there was one girl in our music department, the lady in the music band. So the girl said that we can use their church for rehearsal, because that period we were actually looking for church for rehearsals. Now I remember very well, because I was wondering how I came across the girl. That's what I was thinking about. I remember now. So the girl is just joined our music band, and we were looking for where we can use for rehearsal. So she now said we can use our church for rehearsal, that she will talk to our pastor. So I said, okay. As my custom is, I will always go and check beforehand. I don't like surprising anybody, and I don't like people surprising me. So I said, let's go and check the place. Let's see. When I got there, it was a big church. And I said, this kind of big church we can use for rehearsal. Say, yes, we'll talk to our pastor. I said, and I discovered that the girl stays in the church compound. So that means she will have some mouth. And that was how she spoke to the pastor's children. They are boys. I think they are all boys, and they are into music. They are the ones playing music for the church. So they accepted the rehearsal. We came one day. They were there with us to rehearse. They saw how good our music band is, the instrumentalist, the singer. So they liked it. And the pastor was okay with it. Now, I noticed that the sound of the church was bad. So I said, okay, in return for giving us your church to use, I would like to help you set the sound of the church. And you know, if you are a sound engineer, if you have ever set sound, if you are a sound engineer, you know that you cannot just set sound and just expect the sound to just be good. You set it, you use it, you will be a part of it, you will come for service, you have to be there. It takes time. So, and that's how, since I was suspended in my church, that's how I attended one of their weekly services. I helped them set their sound. Sound was good. We enjoyed it. Then from there, another service. From there, another service. From there, the pastor said he wants to talk to me. The pastor said he wants to be giving me transport every Sunday. Any day I come to church, he has instructed that they should be giving me transport fare. I'm like, I can transport myself, sir. He said, no. He wants to encourage me because the work I'm doing, people are supposed to be paid to do it. He doesn't like people working for him not being paid. I said, okay, so I collected transport. I think it was 2,000, 4,000. I can't pinpoint. Either 2,000 or 4,000, within that range. So every Sunday they will give me the money. Sometimes I will go. They will call me on phone. Now, I was in that church for a while. I was attending their Sunday service. Remember, I was no longer going to my church since I was suspended. Then, this is the main part of the story that I want to share, the part that got to me. I want you to understand that I dismantled the whole sound of the church. If you are somebody that understands sound engineering, you understand what I'm saying. I dismantled the whole sound of the church. I reconfigured all the cables. Mind you, I've been working in technical for a long time. I have my own musical band. I have some wires, some equipment, sound equipment of my own already. So I brought those things, SLR cables, 1/4 inch plugs. I brought all those things to assist the church. So since this is now my church, let me do what I can do. After I do the same thing in the church I was attending before, right? So let me do the one I can do here. Then, one day, the mixer of the church got bad. I already know the mixer was not good, but we are managing it. The mixer of the church got bad before service will start, because I always go to church before service. I didn't even know what to do. I'm not going to tell pastor, mixer is bad. So what are we going to do now? Meanwhile, for my musical band, I already had a mixer. I had the Allen and 8 16 channel. Yes, I had a mixer that I already bought for my musical band already. So I took a bike. I can't pinpoint anyway, but I went home and brought the mixer to the church. And I removed the church own and I configured my own. And sound was sweet. We did we finished service. So the children of the pastor, because one plays bass, one plays keyboard. There are 3 of them, but I can't find what the other one does anyway. So, and the drummer, they were like, you bought new mixer. And I explained to them what happened. They were like, oh, wow. Whether they told pastor, they did not tell pastor, it did not concern me. Remember, that church is where we now started using for rehearsals all the time. I have access to the church now. So I left the mixer. There was no need to remove the mixer. I'm always using it. Like, why I remove it? The church one has not been fixed, so I left the mixer there. So I'm not using the mixer for anything. I just bought it because I wanted to buy mixer, I wanted to buy amplifier, I wanted to buy drums. I wanted us as a music band to have our own equipment so that because anytime we go for gigs, we are always relying on the equipment of the gig. Or, do you understand? So, but I wanted us as a music band, they should not pay us only for our music. They should also pay us for our equipment. So that's what I was building. Because sometimes as a sound engineer, they also hire me to come and set the sound of the event. Then I also bring my music band. So I used to spend money in renting equipment. So I wanted to be using my own equipment so that the band can have money. So that was what I was planning. That's why I bought that mixer. Long story short, I left the church, right? There were a lot of, I could not cope. There were a lot of things that I could not cope. And with the knowledge of the things of God that I know, I cannot, you can't talk bad about a church, you can't talk bad about a pastor, you cannot, I mean, it's the work of God. I will not be the one that will make the work of God suffer, or I will not be the one that will make somebody leave church, all those kind of things. So I just sacrificed everything. I left everything. I left my mixer, many other things. I just left. I did not carry the mixer. I did not carry the mixer. I remember years later, I had something to go and do in that area. So, and I decided to just like visit the church. After 2 or 3 years, they were still using the mixer. My point is that the pastor never called me for once to say, oh boy, this is your mixer. What's the plan? Should we pay you, or would you want to come and carry it? The pastor did not call me, the wife did not call me, the children did not call me, all the leaders, all the people that knew about the mixer. The mixer is the most important thing that I left. No, not one single person called me. Not one single. So when I saw later that this girl texted me a few days ago and told me that, oh, the pastor passed away, and the pastor told her that he didn't want to let me go, I laughed in my mind. So I'm sharing this with those of you in the paid class to see that when you see some of us progressing, or anybody that is progressing legitimately, they are not just progressing, they've sown certain seeds. I knew, apart from my church and other churches that I've worked with, I'm focusing on this church because this is the essence of the story. I know the things I did to make sure that this church grow. Like I put in effort to make, just look at my new church now. Like church I'm attending now in Abuja here. Today I haven't planned to do a video. We have a program on Saturday and Sunday. I plan to do a video today talking about the program. I always put in effort. Anywhere I find myself, I always put in effort to make sure that I improve the place. Apart from church, workplace, compound, people, I always put in effort. So you don't think that we are just getting favors like that. Oh, Raymond always get favor. Oh, God always bless Raymond. It's not just like that. There's also what you sow is what you will reap. If you help somebody, you will also be helped. It is not where you sow. You not say, because I sowed in that church, then I must reap from that church. Oh, that's not what it says. Oh. You will reap what you sow. So the way I sow, or I sowed to make sure that church grew, I put in my effort. Something I bought with my hard-earned money. I dropped it down for the church to progress, and I left it because I didn't want to take it to do what? Excuse me. I remember that I made a statement. I said, something that I have brought to church that God is using. Pastor is using to preach and people are hearing the word of God. I want to go and carry it. Carry it to where? I remember I said that. That was 2016. I said that. Carry it to where? To where? Hey, Jesus Christ. You're not afraid of God. I remember. I wish I would call the name of the person that told me this thing I want to say now. Somewhere. You know what the person told me? The person said, Sare, not be buy him. He says, not be on, Oga, go carry him, Joe, carry him. Make them buy their own, make church buy their own, church get money. I said, Oga, the minute I carry that mixer, put her for church, make church they use, not be me get up again, no. He said, Sare, you saw him a seed. I said, no. The time you may go pick up from house, I said, no. How you take carry and come? I said, the one where the church spoil. He said, yeah, go fix the one where the church where spoil. Fix am. Put am back, carry your own. I say, guy, I beg you, I dey fear God, I beg. I don't think this thing as it is like this, I don't even take am again. I can't. Yes, it has been there for months. That's what the church is now using. I should not go and take it. I was scared. I said, I can't take it. I left it. I left it. I left it. I left it. Yes, it was painful because after a while, I started hoping that the pastor would call me because that period, I was not doing well at all financially. So I was hoping that the pastor was going to call me, probably. How much did I want to buy that mixer, sef? I can't pinpoint now. So I was just hoping that even if you give me half of the money of the mixer, right? You will not say, you will say it's not a brand new one. It was a brand new one, but if you don't use it, you know if you call it a brand new one again now. If I buy this phone today now and I open the carton on seal, if I tell you a new phone, you go argue with me. So now so that situation be. Now the 2 times I don't use them before I can't go to church. So I was hoping that they would call me and give me money, but they didn't. And I said, okay, no wahala. So I left. So when I heard that story, or when I heard that the pastor passed away, I was like, oh wow. So I just flashed back to all the things I've done for the church. I'm like, oh, no wonder God is blessing me. No wonder I'm progressing. So I thought to share this story so that some of you will learn from it. All right, that's all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much and have a good day.